I went once or
At
twice.
the same time, we got PowerShip students. Who are the PowerShip students here tonight? Anybody been involved with PowerShip? Yep. Raise your hands real high so people can see you. They've been working, motivating, getting people out to vote. They've been going to Washington, D.C., taking their message out to D.C., even in the Bush administration, to let people know that we want to have global climate change. We want to have some solutions to the kinds of things that have been polluting our environment. How many of you know, for instance, in La Crosse, Wisconsin, in the last week and a half, we've had 5 days where we've had air quality alerts? Raise your hand if you knew that. Didn't know that, did you? The city of La Crosse has been on our air quality alerts. Yeah, it should be on the front page, it's right.
Was it?
No, it wasn't on the front page. As a matter of fact, I had to call the news media to tell them that we were on the air quality alert.
Was it on the weather page?
Right? When is it going to happen then? You know, the health of people, the people who are elderly, people who have asthma, lung problems, youngest of us, those people who are in our mother's wombs. When are we going to be protected? When are we going to know when we should be able to have clean air for all of us? This is an issue. This comes from fine particle pollution, by the way. And much of that comes from coal plants.
And cars.
And cars, exactly. One of the things that's been going on is our community is growing as a fair trade community. And this is something I'm really excited about. We have more and more stores in town selling fair trade goods and items. I know that they're working at both UWL and at Viterbo to become fair trade colleges. That's really important. You can go to the bookstore at UWL on any given day of the week and now buy fair trade products. You go downtown and Simply Living. You go to the co-op. You go to many places in the city to buy fair trade. We want that. We need that. We need to have that change happen and occur. Any of you interested in Valentine's Day coming up? There'll be a big turnout to try to sell fair trade chocolates and flowers. Right, Aaron? Right. So, Aaron, raise your hand. So, if you're looking for something romantic that isn't based on slave trade, how many of you know that most cocoa comes from Ivory Coast, where more than 20,000 people have been put into slavery over the last 10 years to process cocoa, mostly children. Mostly children. When you buy your chocolate the next time, buy wisely. Maybe we'll have to eat a little less, but buy fair trade.
We're possibly going to be ordering all the chocolate from Global Exchange, and then there will be an update when it comes that will then just check to get it on time. So if you want to leave me your contact information and let me know if you want to order, I can put the order in for you. I'm not sure what the price is going to be like, though.
If you leave your email address with Erin, she's more than happy to get you on fair trade chocolate train. All right? So make sure you do that.
Well, you can also buy it at the co-op, can't you?
Yeah, you can buy it at the co-op, you can buy it in stores around La Crosse co-op. I don't know how many of you knew this, but we had group after group pass through La Crosse this summer. They were on the way to RNC. They were on their way to protest, to fight for education, to fight for universal health care, to fight for the freedom to vote, for the fight to make our land a better place to live in. And many of those people went up to St. Paul and were arrested. They didn't plan on getting arrested. They were arrested for just being there. Didn't make a lot of the headline news, but there are people here who got arrested. You want to raise your hand if you were here up at the RNC protests? Anybody get butt stopped? Jeremy's over there. Kevin? Right? Yeah, the people that biked through here, people that walked through on the way up to that protest.
And some of us put them up overnight.
Absolutely, yeah. But what you need to do is you need to know that that's not gone away. A lot of those people are still sitting in American gulag prisons. They're still awaiting trial. There was a trial today in Minneapolis, St. Paul, on one of the protesters. These folks up here, these 8 people, they're terrorists. Look at them. They're terrorists. You know? Yeah.
What is RNC?
Republican National Convention.
Now, look at them close. These are your neighborhood type terrorists. They live next to you and me. They put their life on the line in order to protect our freedoms. And now they're being charged with terrorism in the United States of America. We need to write, we need to help free these people. We need to get them out of jail. One thing that I want to tell you about that's really important tonight is that this is why we need to vote. We need to vote in April for people like Shirley Abramson so that we don't have our Supreme Court in the state of Wisconsin taken over by crazies. You know? And by people that get charged for ethics violations. We need good judges. And we need Shirley Abramson to get elected back in April, and that's really important. Which reminds me, we also need a new mayor. There's some old students here, and they know what this is about. When we went down to change the minimum wage law in City Hall, we were scolded by city council members. We were told we were crazy. We got a room to cross. And we went there with the anti-war petition to get them to sign the anti-war petition. One of the gentlemen running for mayor turned around and shook his finger, and he told those students, when you grow up, you'll be sorry for what you're doing today.
I bet his name was
You stand
Blowhard.
against this war. We have a lot of people running for mayor, but I behoove you to learn more about this campaign and to vote. And what's most important is that this vote, in many ways, a lot of it's going to be decided in February 17th. And not many of us vote in primary elections because we don't even know what a primary is. But we have a primary election coming up, and you need to vote. Is that right, Kurt?
Yeah, you need to vote.
You need to be there. If you haven't had an opportunity to go meet Dorothy, you got to do that. She belongs to one of the most famous groups of women I know in the city of La Crosse. They're quilters. It's called the Association of Sweatshop Sisters, or ASS for short. And they quilt for peace and they quilt for social change. You need to know that they're a good group and they do a lot of really good things. That's power coming from the bottom up, percolating up. That's important. So let's turn out and vote. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, but I didn't get an opportunity. Why don't you come here for a second? All right, you got a young man. How old are you?
I'm 18.
He's 18 years old. He's running for county supervisor.
Town board.
Town board, excuse me. I'm sorry. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Andrew Landry. I'm running for town board supervisor in Shelby. I've got a campaign kickoff the 10th of February, and I hope you guys all, before you leave, come over, get my lit piece with Chaz, the information about it. Jared Johnson's my guest speaker, so it'll be the last.
All right. Let's give him a big hand. Of course, the United Nations of La Crosse has been organizing conferences and talks and some really great film festivals across the city for a long time. And Ray, who's been organizing forever and ever and ever, is here tonight. Ray, you want to raise your hand? Yeah. Here's another guy. Now, one of the things we've been doing is trying to bring people from Iraq here to La Crosse to talk about the Iraq War.
You went back, guy.
What's that?
Just
You
went
went back.
backwards.
Go
Go forward
Maybe
again.
I- Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, that, no.
Now go back.
Yeah, that's where you were.
You were right. No. Now you jump. There. Stay there.
All right. So I want to tell you how important this is. We've developed a relationship with the Muslim peacemakers in Iraq, people who are on the streets. And they're organizing for social change by cleaning up garbage, by one step at a time helping community members to take control of their communities back, and that's important. But in addition to that, how many of these students here and people went to the protest at the School of Americas this year? Do you want to raise your hands? You want to raise your hands if you went to the School of Americas protest? There's people back there, people here. How important that is. We have a chance to finally close the School of Americas down with the new administration. We need to make that happen. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, Women in Black stand every week in La Crosse. And I know that Gail was here. Is Gail still here? There, Gail. There she is. All right. And Deborah Buxton, who's not here, and some other women stand faithfully at the university. I know that women downtown faithfully stand for women all over the globe. Let's give them a big hand. Another new organization that's formed is Amos. Any members of Amos here tonight?